Hello, and welcome to the Society of Nerdcraft and Dungeonry. I am your Disaster Master, Heather, and this is Magic Academy. Today, we are joined by Winter, Britt, Evelyn, and Randall.
Call me Magic Daddy.
That voice, I'm not going to be able to get used to it. Anyways, you can help us and be part of the Magic Academy by making sure that you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a new episode. This episode is also powered by Sirenscape because epic games need epic sounds. And with that, let's get into tonight's one shot of Goblin with a Fat Ass. And before we get into the story, if anyone has been in any form of the TTRPG social media spaces, you may have seen this 2-page, silly little quick D6, D8 game pop up across your feed. It was created by, and I wrote it down, and now I don't know where it's at because I'm a silly, goofy goof, and I have to pull up Twitter. I'm failing at life. Hi, ignore me. Orbital Dropkick. Now, they're mostly, I think, on Twitter, but they kind of put it out there just like, here, have it. It kind of took off by storm. They're known for also creating Kill 6 Billion Demons, which is like another kind of tabletop-esque game. Haven't played it, but it's now on my list. So after this, we'll probably post like the information for Goblin with a Fat Ass so that you all can play it with your friends because it's silly. So, my little goblins, if we're ready to get started, I'm not. Nope, I'm good. Perfect.
Joking a lot there, you all right?
Yep, I'm fine. I got drinks.
Got a fat ass.
I got a fat ass too. Alrighty, so
I'm about ready to give my squish like an aneurysm from squeezing him so hard.
So, our goblins find themselves in the underground city of Splitgard, where they find themselves inside the castle, emphasis on the ass, of the Goblin Queen Derriere, where she sits upon an enormous porcelain throne before them. Her muddy green skin is a stark contrast to the seat she sits upon, but it is nothing compared to the size of her ass. One that could be summed up not by a name, but by the phrase of, "Oh no."
Oh no.
It is widely known that the path to power within Splitgard is not just through clawing your way up the ranks, but with how big one's ass is. And boy, does she have it and more. Surrounding the throne are various trinkets and coins and gems, bones, and many other pieces of plundered booty. But before the queen stands 4, maybe humble, goblins. And we'll start with introductions. You guys can go, whoever wants to go first, to introduce your character, kind of describe what you look like before the queen, and we'll kind of continue from there. I will make you guys roll for it if I need to.
I'll go first.
Perfect.
So, my name is Frag Dobdar. Frag has a juggernaut of an ass. And he likes to wear that loincloth. Like he thinks he's a warrior, and it covers the front, but in the back, it's just kind of sits on top of the ass. It doesn't cover it. It's just laying on his shelf of an ass. You might have asked, well, how did Frag Dobdar get this ass? Well, he was blessed by an enthusiastic nymph. Because he's a wizard. And one day, he was strolling out, frolicking as you do, goblins frolicking in the woods. And he frolicked just the right way, and that ass jiggled just a little bit, and that nymph walked by and said, nah, that needs juggernauted. And that's how we got Frag Dobdar.
Wow.
I'm not gonna make it, guys.
Wow.
Well, welcome to what I had to deal with the first time I ran this. Perfect. So we see Frag Dabdar with a juggernaut of an ass standing in front of the queen. Next to him is...
I would like to go next, if I may.
Perfect.
Because my character is named Is. Because Is the moment. Is the now. Is has a thick stack of pancakes for an ass. And while it may not be the largest, it sure is juicy. They are all about fashion. Here, now, the present, what is. And they know what is. They are always drunk. And have sort of this influence about them, kind of like a influencer. And is just is.
Snaps for Is. And then after Is has struck a glorious pose, next to them is... Not Is, but... R?
I'll go next.
My name is Mud. Hello, Mud. I'm Mud. Mud is a little confused as to why Mud is here. Nuggernet. Mud has a juggernaut of an ass, and she is wearing the tiniest little booty shorts you'd ever seen. It kind of just barely covers everything. Mud wanted to be a wizard. It didn't work. Accident happened at wizard camp. That's how she got this ass. Mud is just confused.
Much like me.
Perfect. That's one confused paladin. It's very, couldn't make it through wizard school, goblin school, so decided, you know what, I'll follow God. What God? Who knows?
I'm gonna take a page from One Shot Adventures, and I'm the Paladin, Oath of Throwing It Back.
Yes.
And bringing up, I guess, the rear would be our final goblin champion.
Corolla, surprised that she is the last one to go, looks around as she was stalking the queen's goods, because Corolla is a thief with a level 4 green dump truck ass. And as she notices that it's her turn to walk up, "Excuse me, get on my way, it's my turn." And she pushes her way through Mud and and she makes Frag turn around with his juggernaut of a shelf ass, and she takes off her bag and she puts it on his ass and then bows in front of the queen. "My name's Corolla. Hi."
Wow. 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 What a finely assembled team. Now that we've met our goblins, the queen goes to slide off her porcelain throne, but obviously because of how fucking, dear God, her ass is, she really doesn't get too far. You see a little bit of squitch, like slide, and she's like, she clears it out. "My champions! I've summoned you before me as word has made it below that the mayor above is throwing a lavish gala to show off an item of astronomical power. That item that I need you to get the Hand of Midas. It is rumored that he may be allowing special use of this hand to the highest donators for his next campaign. For too long, us goblins have been forced to live beneath those above, but it will soon be them that are crushed beneath our large axes. I charge you all, she points to each and every one of you, with steel and bringing the hand back to me. Do you have any questions?
Can Mud propose a group name?
Of course, you can absolutely name yourselves.
Goblins tired of forced oppression. GTFO.
GTFO, you shall be dubbed.
I see the branding opportunities.
Sounds good to me.
Who put them in charge?
I don't.
Do you want to be in charge, Krolla?
No, they don't
Well-
pay me enough. It's below my pay grade.
What's a pay grade?
So, what do we get is wonders what is and his friends would get as a reward.
You know, like when Iz takes a sponsorship, right? Like there's a paid contract. Like
Yeah, Iz needs
What's
to
the
get
terms
that
and conditions?
money.
You need I guess.
Can I get-
your sponsorship? What are you looking for? You
Do you want me to post about
What
this?
Iz wants is 2 cans of Arizona iced tea to put on each butt cheek.
Yeah. Randall's dying again.
No, honestly,
The queen like snaps her fingers real quick, and you see another goblin. Goblin, come here! Bring me the goods, Goblin. And you see this little goblin bring over some additional Arizona iced teas. Hands them to her. We have a great brand deal with Arizona. That's how we always keep our dumpies going. So. Of course, okay, we can get the Arizona iced teas. What else are we looking for in terms of sponsorships? Money? Booty?
I was thinking about like what are those? Hold on. Those dude wipes. I could do
do
some
you
of
have
those.
rats on sticks?
I'm pretty sure that we can conjure some up down here. We live literally underground.
I will like gold.
Oh my goodness, that's why we're getting the Hand of Midas. I don't know if you've heard, but it sings gold. So if you do get it, please be careful because you might turn yourself gold and then obviously you can't do anything with that. Then you'll just be a really nice new fixture for me.
And this hand, is it attached to anyone?
Oh no, it's just a severed hand.
Why do you want a severed hand?
Because it turns everything into gold.
It turns things into gold.
But it's unsanitary.
Who wouldn't
I could
want
turn my ass
to
to gold.
just? Ooh. Now
Imagine
you're
the clack of that metal.
thinking.
I'm just saying there's many opportunities.
I turn my ass into a gong.
I'm just saying once we get our
That's
hands
not-
on the Hand of King Midas, we will all be rich and then we can overthrow those above.
I guess if it gets too close to the front end, it's more like a bell, but that's besides the front.
I'd be careful. A bad smelting accident hurt someone that I knew. That's why they call him Goldmember.
No, don't bring that trauma.
I guess no bubbling those nuts. Where can you find this gold hand?
Well, the mayor is throwing a big party at his mansion, and Goblin, I will send him off to lead you through the various tunnels and things to get to the closest output, aka the sewers. where you guys can infiltrate and steal this hand. It's currently, I guess, on display or something at this party.
Put hands on display?
I don't know. They're weird up there. Decorum is odd. It's in a box, from what I understand. I don't know. The word travels. It's like a bad game of telephone down here.
What's a telephone?
It's like when you put the two cans together and there's string and you hear it really terribly. That is what it is.
I thought that was called cheek to cheek.
What are you doing?
Is it like when you scream at a rock and you
It can't,
hope
but
that
it's your cheek.
someone else gets the message?
Very similar. Very similar.
Oh, Mud has a question. Mud has me.
Yes,
Mud has a question.
yes. Mud. Yes.
I have this giant key.
And she pulls out like this fucking leg goat of a key.
I don't know what it goes to. Can you help, Mud? If we do this?
Yes, leave that here, unless, of course, you feel like lugging it round. But you can leave it here if you'd like, and we can figure out what it goes to. I can have Goblin look it up.
Okay. A big key.
It's very large. That
Yes,
better not
Kyle.
be.
Is it? Does this key make my ass look fat?
It might be on the same size.
You can do more squats.
So-
Thank you, Juggernaut.
Question. Additional question. Would like to know more about this Midas person?
I'm sure they're not very important.
Yes, Midas. What would you like to know?
Are they good looking?
Well, of course, they're a king.
Do
You know what the
taste
question
good?
is. You got a fat ass?
You're
About
asking
that booty.
if King Midas has an ass. I've never seen Midas. I just know he's got a hand. It's a very large hand. So if you've got a large hand, then maybe you have a large ass. I think
Maybe
that's
he's got a large hand because he smacks so many asses. Is he like the ass smacking king?
It's
It would
swollen for all the ass eating.
Oh my
Maybe-
goodness.
Maybe that's where he like got this gold
If
tower.
he's smacking all the masses, maybe all the asses up there are gold.
Do
Oh
you
my goodness. We
think-
might be. Oh my goodness.
Do you
Might
think
be.
he hit asses with that gold hand?
It would be rich, Queen Derriere. Could be rich.
Is there an
Yes.
army of people with gold asses?
Not that I've heard, but if that's why his hand is large, then of course there must be a slew of golden asses.
Just imagine this fucking like row of golden ass goblins. Just turn around. You see one of them like gold handprint on each one. A small
It's
little
handprint.
indent.
Care Bear stare? Nah, we got golden ass shine.
That's how the next king gets brought up. It has to fit perfectly.
Yeah, just right. It's a nice little handful on there. Yes. I guess you will find out if you go above to see if this King Midas, I mean, granted, he's probably not turning asses into gold anymore now that his hand is gone.
Does
or
he have
I don't know if
another
it's-
hand?
I think it's only one hand that has the powers. That's why it's chopped
like a-
off.
Oh.
Convenient.
He might need that other hand. You know, we don't know.
Midas alive?
Yes. And she snaps her fingers. You all have something to do. This party is not going to last all night. You
Yes,
have
yes.
time before
We're-
it goes away, and you guys won't be able to get the goods.
We're going out the back end, right? The chute?
Yes, the back entrance. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Which way, Queen Derriere? Which way?
Show him through the back door tunnel.
And I'm gonna look at Krola. Like, get this bag off my ass. You have like 3 seconds, otherwise it's about to go up in flames.
She's gonna like snatch it, give
Booty
you like
jiggles.
a dirty look. It's like ripples.
Yeah, small little ripple. You see the sheet on top of it kind of just.
I love it. Perfect. So, Queen Derriere sits upon her porcelain throne and lounges back as more goblin attendants bring more goods and, starts feeding her various luxurious things like chocolates and grapes and all great things as you all are being led through these back door tunnels towards the entrance that will be close to the mansion of the mayor above.
As we start walking towards it, Iz is gonna make us a playlist, and on a rock that has been carved to look like an iPod is just going to to do their best. And like
It only has
and
one
like
song on
write
it.
in like a little with like a little piece of chalk like songs on it.
And what song is playing for everyone that you're going to be listening to?
That I was not anticipating follow-up questions.
If it's
Goblin
not,
got
baby
back.
got back.
Ass.
It is. I opened Spotify in hopes that it would help me.
Spotify.
Do you not listen to a lot of ass
Just
songs?
ass.
Let me tell you, I have an ass playlist.
Hold on.
I just called
there's
myself a bottom.
Specific.
Absolutely.
Where did it go? I do have a playlist that would have songs that would be
You have
good.
a playlist? Do you have an ass playlist?
I don't have an ass playlist. I have
Damn,
a-
you were
you need to
prepared,
change
Evelyn.
It is playing
Pony.
Feeling Myself by Nicki Minaj and Beyonce.
Ooh.
But it's actually you singing it. Because obviously we all know that
Evelyn
you
hit
can't
it.
really
No.
I won't do that. That's
No, but
no.
the worst thing you can say in improv.
So yeah, as you guys are traveling along, we hear is singing off a silly little song, oddly just messing with a weird stone that seems to look like something called an iPod. As you travel the tunnels, there are lights kind of throughout this tunnel as you make your way. Goblin isn't really saying too much, but after a while, you guys reach the end and you can see a little bit of the night sky, kind of the moonlight pouring through this grated opening in the ground. And Goblin stops and turns to you.
Well, I don't know if you need anything else for your mission, but good luck. Don't die, and may the ass be with you. Oh,
May the ass be with you too.
May the ass be with you.
I'm gonna clap my cheeks together.
Booty rocking everywhere.
What size ass does Goblin have? Out of curiosity.
Goblin has a nice little firm handful. That's why he serves the queen.
Okay.
It's not too much, but he hopes to one day kind of work on it to get to a larger size.
Understandable. It took a lot of squats.
I'm probably gonna have to work on that. That's kind of where I'm at. But hey.
Mario's on iced tea, do some squats, you'll be great.
That's true. I think that's the one thing.
Get a whole bunch of really sugary wine. Find a nice little
Sounds like The
tower
Hangover.
to just hang out in, and then just relax. That is how Iz got Iz's ass. Is a life of luxury.
Or you just go to wizard camp and have an accident like me.
Or you just
There's-
clap cheeks in a forest, and apparently nymphs bless it.
There are so many options for me to choose from.
So many options. You
So-
know?
so many options.
You can come be in Iz's tower. Iz will give you wine and a cushion.
No, you don't want
to
any
sit
of that.
upon.
Like, you don't want any of that plastic booty. People can tell the difference.
Are
Oh my
you
god. Are you
questioning
insinuating?
the quality of Iz's
Are you
ass?
shaming?
I'm not ass shaming. I'm just saying, you know, like,
That sounded like ass shaming to me.
I mean, like, you can tell a difference from a normal jiggle to a little bit of a.
Juggernaut. Some of us had to work.
Hey, don't
I'm
jiggle that, folks.
Sensing a lot of is sensing a lot of shaming going on, and I think we need to make. Is thinks you all and is need to make a positivity circle.
All right, circle
So
up.
stand.
Cheeks
join
in
her.
or out?
I thought it was cheeks in.
Whichever way.
Everyone. Okay, so the way that we do this is asses into a circle. All asses must be touching.
Hold on. And Krolla's gonna go in her bag and pull out sanitizer and squirt a little bit in everyone's hand. I don't know where y'all have been hanging out, where your ass has been hanging out.
Gonna
This
rub
is
my
Not on your
hands.
hands,
Yeah.
on your ass cheeks. If
I
I,
know, I
have
had-
to touch your ass cheeks.
I had to spread it between the hands, and then I reach behind.
Mud
And
licks
I
her hand.
move
She
my-
licks
I
the
jiggle.
sanitizer.
Alcohol.
All right.
Oh my
and
god.
now that our asses are joined, we are all going to say something positive and kind about someone else in the circle. Iz will go first. Krolla, I like your vibe. Iz likes your vibes. There's something about Dommy Mommy. It's giving mother.
Serving on.
This is
And it
feeling real
is-
genuine.
And it is appreciated.
I appreciate that. I don't get that many compliments.
And now it is your turn to say something positive and nice about someone else in the circle.
I really like Mud's pink shorts. I wish I had a pair myself.
Mud
I
can make
like that they say mud on the ass in bejewels.
They do? What?
She can't see.
I need a pair for myself.
Mud can make pair. Mud make pair.
Okay.
Mud, it is your turn.
Mud. What was the question?
Say
You gotta say
something
something nice.
nice about
Oh.
someone else in the
Something
circle.
nice.
Either Randall, I already forgotten your character's name.
Frag Dob Dar.
Frog Dob
Frag Dob Dar.
Frag.
Frag Dob Dar.
Either Frag Dobdar or Goblin. Say something nice about one of those two, and then we just continue on the circle and just passes on the positivity.
Okay. Mud, say something nice.
Good job, Mud. You did great.
That was wonderful. That was great.
Cool.
Fantastic. All right. I guess I'll go. Frag, you have the biggest ass that I have ever seen. I mean, nothing can compare to Queen Derriere, but
Oh, never. I would never compare my. No.
but
Stay home.
Of the queen.
This
bouncy.
is probably the next best thing that I've seen.
Thank you.
Is that where you keep your ego, Frag? In your
Am I-
ass?
No.
Save that for after. We'll
No,
save
we're not. We're
questions
still in a
like
positivity
that
circle,
for
Crawler.
after
That was
the
positive.
We're still in a positivity
circle.
That
circle.
was positive!
Be positive.
As if they're still touching, we have not
The positivity circle has not yet been completed. Let's
we
complete
must
the positivity circle.
finish
That
the
was
circle.
positive.
Is.
Yes.
Rolla.
Absolutely.
I liked the way you threw it back and sang and kept us on the way here. It was real good.
Thank you. The positivity circle is now complete. The moment we have embraced it and we have said yes.
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 I guess the thing is yes, queen.
Yes, Queen.
Yes,
Yes,
Queen boots
Queen.
the house down, Mama Slay.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So we are not.
Rolla, say yes, queen.
Yes, Queen.
Yay!
I don't like when you make Crawler do stuff she doesn't want to do.
I know, but we had it in the positivity circle, Crawler. If you didn't say yes, it's like the Ouija board. You have to finish it. Otherwise, the spirits
want
of the
you.
flat assery comes around.
Oh, God. I didn't know about that. Okay.
They hurt
Yes.
my mom.
Flat assers.
Not the flat assers.
The flat assers got my mom.
Some say it's a conspiracy, but
Who
I don't.
knows?
I know they exist.
As you guys break from your ass positivity circle, Goblin kind of pushes open the grate and extends a hand forward.
The night awaits you.
Goblin, you're great at opening grates.
I've been told I'm a great servant. A bottom, if you will.
Best bottom. Bottom love. Love the bottoms.
Goblin the bottom, that's what they call me.
Tops would
Look at
have
that now.
nothing to top if it weren't for bottoms.
Exactly. I may not have the biggest bottom, but I got it where it counts.
High
And-
five.
He gives you a high five, very
Goblin,
sheepishly.
your heart is bigger than your ass. And to me, that means so much more. And Crawler goes out the grate.
As you go out the grate, Goblin does smack your ass.
Oof.
As everyone goes out the grate following Crola, you get a nice little slap on the ass.
Mud turns around and pats them on the bum. She doesn't want to like wham it because they do have a smaller, derriere. So she's gonna just gently but firmly.
Goblin appreciates
Nice ass.
the ass tap. Good luck. And when you're done, just run back here and make sure no one follows you.
And with that, you guys
You're-
are out
Okay.
of the tunnel. So, as you guys leave this back end tunnel and go through the night, you make your way through kind of a small little back alley of cobblestones, close to where this mayor's mansion sits. It's just outside the town of Milkmorn. The town itself, as you guys know, of small little missions of going up and, retrieving trinkets and things for the queen. It's very basic. Same cobblestone paths, same thatched roof houses, same local tavern, very basic things indeed. As you guys are walking up, you see that there's this large architectural marvel of a mansion in front of you. Rows and rows of windows adorn the walls all around this mansion, where the glow of light is casting a little bit of some shadows among the grounds. It's about 2 stories tall, and you can definitely tell that this is a very large house with a lot of rooms within it. You can see various carriages pulling up and arriving, and letting guests out, along with other people kind of walking up to the house, dressed in rather fancy attire. This is a gala, after all. How are you guys looking to make your way up to this mansion without either being or detected? Are we looking to go in stealthily, or are we looking to, do something a little creative?
Is confident in their ability to blend in with these gala surroundings. They have 3 different pairs of shoes, obviously. There's day, there's night, and there's party. They put on the party shoes, which are glittery silver stilettos.
Oh, I have a pink pair. And she lifts up her leg. Look at mine. They match.
Beautiful. Takes the sunglasses and takes their hair and puts it into almost like a French twist, but uses the sunglasses as an avant-garde piece to hold it all together. And of course, their overcoat, which is already
Need fan art of this.
Gucci.
Someone please.
Please.
We got you.
And of course they're doing this while being a scrungly little goblin.
Goblins aren't that tall, but apparently is serving. Frag.
How big is there? Can I kind of go around the side? Is there a fence along the side that I can see over?
Oddly enough, there really isn't any sort of fence or boundary that surrounds this mansion. It's almost like where the wall of the edge of town ends is there's this large yard and this kind of large and long, I don't want to call it it's more of a pathway that goes up.
Is there a pool back there?
I don't know. You've never been to the mansion before.
But I'm assuming I don't have to go inside to see this pool.
No, if you'd like to go around the house, you obviously there is a front entrance. There's probably a back entrance.
I would always look for the back entrance. Can I look around to the ass end of this house?
Perfect. So if you are, so you're just gonna go right on up to the house off to the side?
I'm wearing a fucking tunic. I have a plan here.
Okay.
I have a plan.
So, all right. So we have Frag essentially working to go off to the side and walk that way. Iz and Kroll, are you guys going up through the front door? Are we gonna follow Frag and then?
Krolla has sneaking skills, so Krolla is going to sneak in instead of walking in with Iz.
Okay. Iz, you're gonna walk in through the front door?
Is this going to walk in through the front door and use their bard ability?
Okay.
Just to really make sure that the others don't get caught sneaking in. I'm gonna just this whatever group of people is right at the front. I'm going to using my iPod rock, going to do a small performance just to I'm gonna play a song because I'm really good at making playlists, and I'm gonna just kind of get the party started outside on the very front of the house
by the
before. Back. No, by the front, because you're going by the back. You're going by the back. But that's why I'm doing the front, because you're going to the back.
Oh, so we have a tower in this.
So while is trying to figure out the thing. Yep.
And it's gonna be WAP.
Okay. Mud, what will you be doing in this grand scheme of things?
Human
Yes.
wag, wet ass goblins. Anyways, hey, wah wah. While everything is going on, Mud is going to use her completely random baking skill, and she's going to put together a tray of hors d'oeuvres, but it's really just gonna be like mud and rocks and maybe like some mushrooms that she found, but she's gonna make it look all nice and fancy, and she's gonna straighten out her bedazzled shorts and fix her shirt so her boobs are a little bit more pushed up, and she's gonna just stand there like this and might be server.
Okay. So Mud is gonna go in. Are you choosing to go in through the front entrance or the back entrance?
Mud doesn't like butt stuff. She gonna go front.
Okay. So we have 2 going in the front, and we've got 2 going in the back. Wow, what an Eiffel Tower if I've ever seen one. Perfect. So,
I'm trying to convincingly distract a small group of creatures for 1 minute.
Okay. So, this is because these are a bunch of people. We're gonna kind of do probably some of our first rolls. Mud, yes.
I was going to say, in any way, shape, or form, I would like to help Is with their performance by going around and pretending to be a waiter serving my hors d'oeuvres.
Okay. So, let me
Tiny little bunch of cakes.
see what group we're gonna go through first. Alrighty, so I have odds, which is what I had for Randall and Corolla. Alrighty, so you guys are gonna go ahead and sneak around the back. Now, there are people coming and going, but you guys are gonna be having to sneak along the shadows. Now, as any responsible mayor would, there are guards, and we want to make sure that we don't, alert their, their interests of you guys and your big asses as you travel up mansion. So what I'm gonna have you guys do is you guys are gonna roll for your first ass roll. Now, to roll ass, for anyone who wants to know about for the game, is you roll 1d6 per your goblin ass size. This is where it comes in handy to have as many d6s as possible if you have a juggernaut and higher of ass. I will say that roll those and then let me know what you get. If you get 1s and 6s, say you get 1-1 or 1-6, they cancel each other out. So you can remove those out of your dice pool. And then let me know kind of what other numbers you get. That will determine how we're doing.
I got a 6 and a 1, so they negate, and then a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 3, 5.
Whew. Boy. Wow. I mean, having this really fat ass frag might be a detriment trying to sneak.
It's scraping on the thorns.
It's clapping a little bit too loud. As you guys are trying to sneak, there's maybe you didn't dry it off enough after the sanitizer, but it's making some nice little sounds.
Not the sanitizer.
That sanitizer might have been the downfall. As you guys are sneaking through the shadows, staying, we're trying to stay away from COVID. As you guys are kind of darting between, the occasional shrub and the tree, and staying within these shadows, as your small goblin folk are, the sound of clapping ass cheeks from Bragg here does kind of alert one of the guards nearby, and they kind of walk out and they start surveying a little bit, but they don't necessarily catch wind of anything. So you guys are able to at least, dart around the shadows and get to a little bit like some shrubbery to the side of the mansion. You can see out in front of you this open kind of courtyard area of the mayor's mansion. There's like a fountain. I guess it would be a pool essentially for you with the size that you guys are in. It's very large. And there's a couple of people standing outside, party goers who may have stepped out quickly for a break. So that's what you see in front of you. For our other two going in through the front, playing music to distract, and the assistant of hors d'oeuvres, you go around and various people are kind of looking down and a little, you notice there's a little bit of kind of like an off-putment to some of the guests here. I don't think it's because you're small. It might be because of the sizes of your asses, or it might be because you're goblins. You don't know.
Can I roll ass to use my bard ability?
Let me pull up my bard stuff real quick.
A bard may roll ass to perform with their instrument of choice or speech and convincingly distract a small or large group of creatures for 1 minute plus an additional minute per 6 rolled. Only works once on the same group of people.
So there's a group of people out front. Please go ahead and roll me ass.
Roll that ass.
Okay, so I got a 1 and a 6, which cancels out, and then I got a 3.
Maybe they're just not used to
good music.
This music. Maybe it's just not their taste. They're not necessarily used to so much wet ass goblin going on. But you kind of sway a few people. They kind of really don't pay too much mind to it, but they're kind of listening. They're a little intrigued. These people might just be a little bit too much. Basic, unseasoned.
We're too ahead of their time. Or you're too ahead of your time.
You are a visionary.
Some people just don't understand good music when it bites them in the ass.
We'll see if there's any ass biting happening here shortly. So with you guys in the front, hey, who knows? It's party in the USA.
United States of ass.
Group, United States of ass. Ass hattery. So our group is into using the music to make their way inside as well. Or
it's kind of like a distraction, and then once there's a couple people who are into it, it's moving the group.
Okay.
When you've got when you're someone's playing the music on their phone, and there's the little group around them, and they're moving, and the
person with the boombox kind of moves away.
Yeah, the person with the boombox kind of walks away, and very
so
Pied
anime-esque.
Piper.
You get a couple of people. Fortunately, there's a couple of guys and gals. Thankfully, with the larger dresses, you get a smaller kind of group to go in and start as you move your way into the house.
Just
kind of follow along
my
with
way
you.
in. I'm confident.
Mud, you're kind of trailing behind them with the hors d'oeuvre tray.
Yes.
Trying to be you're looking around yes, I just have the hors d'oeuvres. It's me, the waiter.
Free food. Free food.
Walk in like you're supposed to be there. You've already been there. That's how Iz gets into every party. Iz just walks in. I've never paid a cover charge.
Mud doesn't know what that is. Free food.
Don't worry, Mud. I'll teach you my ways.
Free
So our
food.
group
His
is
will
back.
teach you Izzy's ways.
Perfect. So you guys kind of start meandering your way into the front door. Our group in the back, now that you've kind of made it to the corner of this mansion hedge, and you can kind of see there's like a couple of guards out there. There's a few other kind of guests out there. You do notice there is a back door entrance, but you can also see slightly a little bit more obscured to the other side of the house, what looks to be a cellar door. So, plan of action.
That changes things. Krola was gonna go skinny dipping.
What was the purpose of that? How would that help us?
I thought maybe I can clap my cheeks in the water, make some waves, like a wave pool, and get a little bit of a crowd away from here to help you guys, but it's not as heavily guarded as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. I say we go in the basement. There's always a third hole.
Thank you. I'm glad you caught that. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. Bless that you caught that.
When in doubt, go the third hole.
Yeah. Oh, it's to the cellar. Got it.
Yay.
You want to go first? You want me to ease in?
I
Do
can
you
go
wanna...
first. I am a thief.
Oh, you're a thief. Okay, well, do you want to set it on fire?
Who said anything about fire?
I don't know, man.
Do we have to set everything on fire?
That's what these ass was made for doing. And that's just what they'll do.
And
I thought that was booze.
You know, and for Frog's knowledge, you know, the fact that you do have sanitizer, you're still clapping cheeks. You know, there's alcohol in that sanitizer that might ignite that fire a little bit.
I have
dangerously.
I have matches.
Krola, we've been over this. I'm literally an ass fire goblin. Like that's my thing. You can't just bring matches to everything. It defeats the purpose of me being on the team, Krola. Go after you. Fine, I'll just go behind.
Okay.
All right, so you can kind of argue a little bit as you head your way in towards where this cellar is on the other side. It seems that there has been a little bit more of some music. You can kind of hear it kind of pick up. It sounds a lot of like what you guys would be listening to traditionally down in Split Guard. It's getting very much Split Guardian vibes. So you could probably assume that the other two have made it inside. So what other party goers were out here have slowly started going in through the back door. And then what guards are there, they're really not paying too much attention. They're standing up and looking straight forward. So you guys are able to kind of duck and maneuver in through the cellar, that third entrance, if you will. And as you open up the cellar doors, they're just, you know, your wooden things. Everything else looks super opulent, but like this is just like two wooden doors. And you open them up and you guys climb in and you end up in a room that has general storage goods. There's more alcohol. There are various vegetables, meats. Oddly enough, weird amounts of milk cans. A little suspicious, a little odd. Why is there a lot of milk down here? You don't know. Also, no, it's a Ruku baby. It's a baby. So yeah, there's a shit ton of milk cans in this cellar. But you guys can see there's a little bit of some light coming from what looks to be a hatch that may lead up.
Corolla.
Frag.
You can call me Frag. The others have to call me Frag Dobdar.
Okay.
Does milk do something bad to the ass?
It depends on what kind of milk it is. If you're drinking that almond shit, it ain't gonna do shit to your ass. If you're drinking the whole kit and caboodle stuff that comes from those mommy milkers,
Well, I'm gonna see
that's
if
the
this
good
is the-
stuff.
I'm gonna lean down and grab one of the milk cans. It says here. What does it say?
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me shit. I was like, ooh, what are you reading? What you see on it is Milkmorn Farms, Organic D, whole milk.
It's because it's got the D in it.
Exactly.
Is that good for the?
Finish your sentence, Frag.
So,
Finish it.
Crola, is
Frag.
D good for the ass?
Well, it's got
I
the
know
D
it's-
in it. You know what the D is, right? D's nuts. Ho, ho.
Fuck. Here we have it, guys.
I guess you really are a mind goblin.
He doesn't mind gobbling these nuts.
I think I'm more of a Botha.
Well, Frag
I'm more of
is
a
gonna,
goblin. Goblin D's nuts.
is gonna lift up his little fucking hell. Lift up his little tunic, and you're gonna see some meat pies sitting on his ass. He's just gonna put a
Where did those come from?
the meat
Are you
pies.
some sort of wizard?
Fun fact is actually, yeah. So I am. That's why I do fire, Crolla. We've been over this. I'm a wizard, but no, my shelf over here is where I store my meat pies. They keep me dummy thick with 3 C's. But we might need this milk with some D in it, so I'm gonna put this D on my shelf and hope that my cheeks can hold the D and the pies at the same time.
Well, just make sure you use protection and always ask for consent before you put the D anywhere.
Well, I fuck you, missed. Yes, well, I mean, it's like my body, my choice. So
It's true. It's true.
yeah. So I'm gonna put the. Do you want to put the D back there? It's kind of hard to like reach around sometimes. I lose a pie, they fall off.
Can I put the D back there? Can I put the D back there?
Crolla, you may put the
Okay.
D back there.
And she picks up the thing. She picks up the milk jug gingerly.
Careful, the alcohol might explode.
Oh, I understand. And she sets it down. And she pats the top. And as she pats the top,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Might need that later.
Anything for a friend?
Yeah, Crolla. Yep. So is there a hand down here or
What
no,
you
this
see
is upstairs.
We're in the cellar.
Yeah, so you guys are.
You said is, and I said is. I'm trying to do the time bit.
As you're looking around to see if there may be a hand in this cellar, you hear a random kind of more of like a chime. And as you listen in, as you hear this chime kind of noise, you notice that it's coming from Krolla's back.
Krolla, you gonna explode.
It could just be my watches. I stole
You
Boblin's
got a watch in your back?
I stole Boblin's watch. It's kind of my thing.
So
I have sticky fingers.
that watch,
I think that's just the sanitizer.
possibly. The fact that you did steal Boblin's watch that he totally meant to actually give you, so plus
Oh,
there.
okay.
Bravo, man! Wow, I'm glad you're in my mind. You hear chiming, and you reach into your bag and you look at this watch that you stole from Boblin, and it doesn't look like a normal watch, but you see that a hand is pointing to one of the hours that literally just says, "Everything is fine," and you hear this little goblin-y voice go, "Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine." And
This is fine.
Is everything really fine? Is it
I
just
don't
trying
know.
to convince me that it is when it's going to internally explode?
I was a little concerned, but then you chimed, and now I'm kind of having a panic attack, Krolla.
If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't be freaking out right now.
Well, now I'm freaking
Well,
out,
because he
Krolla.
said something. The
Now we're both freaking
empath
out,
in me
Krolla.
is freaking out. I did something
Empath.
wrong,
Is everything fine? Did you step on something?
and that's on complex trauma.
everything is fine. What you have in your hands is what's considered the chaos clock. This is a special clock that denotes how long you are out and about, and you should be getting your shit together to complete your mission. Currently, you are at the first level of fine. Everything is fine, as you hear. As the night goes on and the longer it takes for you to get your hands on the requested item, everything may not be fine. So you may want to keep that clock close.
I could tell you one thing, Frank.
Times. Yes, Krolla.
The only thing that's gonna stay fine tonight is you and I.
Yeah.
With all of that D milk. Perfect. For our group upstairs, you guys are down in the cellar dealing with
Thank God Jeff can't hear me.
We're dealing with all these.
you're dealing with your D's.
Our
group upstairs. Dealing with your D's.
Randall, you keep coughing. It sounds like you might have a case of ligma.
Oh God. Perfect. So our group upstairs. As it walks through and is kind of partially obscured by these outfits and fancy gala, party goers, you walk into this grand expanse of this hall, and it's literally this huge ballroom, and you see various throngs of people, dancing to music, and you see these long, large tables adorning the sides of this ballrooms. And you can start smelling this fantastic aroma, and it makes you a little bit hungry. And as you kind of look around, you see various tables covered with what looks to be heavenly beans and mac and cheese. Maybe a little bit of some fried clam
mac
strips.
and cheese.
Maybe even some fried clam strips. But the oddest thing of all of this is various men and women with their
Don't you do it.
titties covered in brisket.
The what?
Like laying, like are they laying on a table or are they walking around and like
No, they actually
titty
there's a
full of
couple.
brisket?
So here's the thing: you see a couple of tables, but it's starting to dawn on you as you're walking through this party and really getting a look at who's going and
Is it dawning on me
attending.
that it's a seaside town?
It's not dawning on you that it's a seaside town.
Bye, Randall.
Bye. Wow, weird. Actually, you're in the
It's your
dirty
latest
South.
TikTok to get that reference.
So it's dawning on you is, and Mud, if you're actually paying attention to outside of trying to hand out hors d'oeuvres, that there are a few people who are walking around with barbecue sauce all over their titties. It's like almost like their chests are excruciatingly large, just like goblins are known for their giant asses. It seems that the people above might be known for their large chests.
I have a strong urge to lick, and I don't know if that's me or Mud.
This must be the fashion up here. Big old mommy
To be clear, are these
milkers.
goblins or not?
No, these are
We're
these are
not.
various. There are elves, there are dwarves, there are other people. There are no goblins in sight.
Oh,
Okay, can I ask another question?
You guys are down in the fucking cellar.
Okay,
you can't
okay.
see anything.
I mean, but okay,
guys,
I can smell things. I can probably smell things.
You guys can actually smell things in the
Just leaning over
cellar.
Cola. Smell like brisket.
You guys actually can smell some stuff coming down from
smell
the cellar.
milk.
There's milk, but
I shake my
walk
ass and you hear the
things.
can jiggle.
Okay, hold on. On the cans in the basement, does it say what kind of milk?
Oh yeah, we were gonna ask the question. We forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what creature does that milk come from?
It doesn't say. It just says it's whole D milk, organic.
Email.
Interesting. I would like to go up to the person with the biggest
I ain't opening
tits. I would like to go up to the person with the biggest tits, assuming they are the leader.
You
My
see.
name's Tati.
Do you imagine? Oddly enough. You know what? I'm making some changes.
You're young Midas.
pause.
You are, if you're still playing your music, so you were playing your music and you think through goblin culture.
The song
go-
has switched. If you're interested,
There's a new song.
yeah.
What's our
It
new
is now
song?
"So Hot" by Blackpink.
Ooh, okay.
So hot,
A very hot song for such a hot crowd. So, knowing goblin culture and knowing how rulers are chosen through that, you see someone across the way, and it's someone who's a little bit taller than you as a goblin, maybe about 4 feet tall, with just the biggest chest ever. And
The honkinest of Hondas.
bazongas, melons, all the euphemisms here. And you
See,
walk up to
melons is
them.
fine.
They're wearing what seems to be almost holy clothing. There's like whites and flowing
Okay.
sleeves
That type of holy.
and garments.
I was gonna ask, so.
Same mind. I was like,
Holy.
Got it. Okay.
Holy. I'm not making that thing for it to become a meme. I know better. You see someone in holy vestments, but fancy. A little bit across the ballroom.
I approach this person as they are clearly the leader of these surface dwellers.
Mud would also like to approach because she sees the holy vestments as like
Iz is gonna bring Mud along, and is going to approach and hit pause on their little thing, on their little iPod rock, and put it into their little bag and give a deep and flourishing bow.
You hear a few "ah" from the crowd, even though there is absolutely live music playing. There are a few people who have become really enamored with the music choices, and you're only just slightly shorter than the person who stands before you, and what you see is long green hair that kind of goes into a green beard. And huge titties. Almost like they meet you first before you meet them.
Greetings, oh great leader of the surface dwellers.
Mud just kind of
Trey splatters as you hear clanging as you drop your hors d'oeuvres.
throws the tray and just goes back to flourishly bowing.
The person above you can't necessarily see you from below their chest, so they end up having to dip a little bit to look down. And as they are about to say some nice pleasantries, oh, how wonderful it is that you... And this look comes across their face, almost in disgust. And you start to make it click that this is a dwarf. And dwarves don't like goblins.
As I am being
Like
very,
that.
very reverent.
Big ass, but small titties.
Is here to pay tribute to clearly with such massive mommy milkers must be the leader of the surface dwellers. Also, your beard is really cool and I like it a lot. Iz likes it a lot, excuse me.
They said that there would be no shenanigans this evening, but it seems we were mistaken. For I heard there was a plot to steal the hand by the goblins, and yet here you are. You may think that I am the ruler of this town, but no, that is not me. I'm just here to bestow the grace of all that is holy in Milkmorn.
Mud. Your grace, your holiness. You are divine and beautiful. Are you a god? For I would like to serve you. You are.
Dost thou see the two of us are clearly here to get peace and not to the two of Iz and Iz's friend Mud clearly are not thieves.
We've come to repent.
Is a bard. Can play you beautiful tunes. Can I recite to you one of my favorite poems?
Our asses were not big enough for Queen Derriere. She
I got an
kicked us
ass
out.
so
She's going into full hysterics.
meanwhile, Ava's trying to like recite poetry. I got an ass so big like the sun. Hope you got a mile for a dick. I want to run. And recites the first verse of "Look Back at It" by Trina.
God, my mom stopped watching our streams.
I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I think that's my issue. Wow.
And I recite this this holy verse.
Wow, what a holy verse. All right. This, because you guys are going up against essentially someone that is actually does not like goblin kind, we're gonna be having to do some rollies. Because as you guys are falling prone beneath her giant bosom and reciting poetry at her greatness, she pulls out a staff and goes, "This is wonderful, but we don't take kindly to fat asses here. May the breast reign supreme."
May the breast reign supreme.
Mud doesn't think this is going to end well for us.
So,
What? Oh.
I'm gonna need you to roll ass.
Do we get to add can we possibly add a skill to this?
I will allow you to add an extra die for your. I will let you add an extra die for performance because you are a bard and you are reciting poetry. Yes, Mud.
As a paladin of Oath of Throwing It Back, I have an ability that says you may always choose to count own ass as one when rolling. I don't know what that means. Does that mean anything
I
to
think
you?
when they were writing it, you can count your ass as one size larger, if you would like.
Oh,
That's how I wrote it in my notes.
okay. Well, that would have. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna roll some dice.
I will also say, so you're getting an extra one for performance. So whatever your normal ass roll, add an extra dice there. What else question do you have?
Not a question. I got 2 5s, a 4, and a 1.
Okay, you didn't have anything else cancel out or anything like that?
Nope, that was it. 2 5s, a 4, and a 1.
Okay.
I got 6, 5, 5, 4, 3.
Ooh, okay.
Is that a good ooh or a bad ooh?
I don't know. I have a whole fucking handful.
I don't like that.
Let's see.
I don't know if we're trying to roll high or roll low.
For context,
That
we
is
have
true.
no
We haven't
information.
determined that.
We were just told,
Doesn't
hey,
matter.
roll your character sheet, and that was it.
I'm just rolling dice, telling Heather the numbers, and letting Heather guide me.
So,
That's all I
with this
need.
one, it's when rolling for like ass or even sort of situational things, depending on what they are. If you hit a 1, 1 is always bad, 6 is good, but anywhere in between can kind of falter in terms of, a 1 through 3. There really isn't consequences to that, but anything 4 and above is a little bit better and it kind of auto successes. So, let me, because I totally did not write that down. You guys still have your dice? So Evelyn,
Yeah, I found a D4 right under my desk, and it hurt.
what was your numbers again?
5, 5, 4, 1.
6, 5, 5, 4, 3. Ow, that really hurt. Fucking caltrop, man.
They're the worst. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The worst.
As you are performing
and grovel.
and Mud is groveling, it's almost as if this dwarven figure in front of you kind of stops for a moment before taking action. I have it on good authority from Saint Christina Hendricks herself that she's in for a good game today and would like to see how this goes. So I will be watching you throughout the night, but I suggest that you do not stay anywhere else conspicuous, or you may not find me in a better mood, or the others.
So,
Oh, you are so kind. Your breastness, your greatness. Thank you.
so you don't want us to be in a conspicuous place?
I would say that
Do you want us to be somewhere
you should hide. Don't let anyone else see you, because they will not be as merciful as me.
So we should leave.
That would be best.
Oh,
And as we walk away, I'm gonna pull Mud aside and say, Iz has a plan. Iz has an idea for a moment, a iconic show of masterful disguise.
is this gonna cost Mud copyright-ish monies?
No.
Do I get royalties if I help you out?
If we, sure.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go hide. We're gonna go find a closet or something, and then I'm gonna stand on your shoulders, and we're gonna wrap the overcoat around us, and we're gonna just tell people we're a really ugly Eladrin.
Okay.
Perfect. While you guys go and do that, we will go back to the cellar with our fun little milky buddies hanging out.
Say it like that.
The milky duo.
The milky duo. That's what the D stands for. As you guys are downstairs, do you catch whiffs of what seems to be smoked meat wafting down from what looks to be
a couple
an
of grinder.
opening? Yeah, that's you smell some wonderful smoked meats wafting down from what looks to be the opening in the cellar that leads to the floor above. But you can also hear shuffling of feet. Like there are people upstairs.
Hola.
Frog.
We gonna go upstairs. I don't think you don't think the hand's down here, right?
Probably not.
Just a bunch of
I heard it was in a box. Is there any boxes down here?
no, just a lot of milk. So much milk.
Milk
I'm
and
gonna have
meat.
shit later.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with lactose.
Same.
It makes my tom-toms hurt.
Maybe we should see if there's big asses upstairs that will, like be kind and nice and think I'm dressed right. I don't know. Well, let's just go upstairs.
You going through an existential crisis, then, friend?
The watch fucked me up. It said everything was fine, and I can't get it out of my head, Krola.
She puts a hand on his shoulder. It's okay, friend. Your feelings are valid.
Thank you.
I'm here if you ever need anything, but don't ever need anything.
No, I don't. I just. Nope. Krola, after you. Let's go.
Okay.
Is it a ladder or stairs?
There's like stairs kind of leading upwards to this door.
Krola's gonna go up first and is the door open or cracked or is it fully
It's
closed?
cracked. It's cracked
Okay.
for the most part.
Okay. So she's gonna stick her nose out first.
Mhm.
And what does she smell
You
besides?
smell. So you smell that smoked meat.
Okay.
You smell distinct kind of fried food. You can't really know what fried food it is, but there's definitely something being fried, and like nice warm cheese and the slight tangy sourness of like a barbecue sauce.
Okay. Do I smell old dairy at all?
You don't smell any old dairy.
Is it like
Actually,
all
I don't
pleasant smells? All
Yes,
pleasant.
it's all
Okay.
currently it is all pleasant smells.
Okay.
No bad smells here.
And I'm gonna stick my head out, like just
Okay.
a little. And what do I see?
What you see before you is a kitchen. It's a rather large expanse because you realize that it is a mansion, and obviously there's going to be a little bit more use of it currently with the amount of guests. But you can see the occasional kind of sous chef kind of running by. There is probably a head chef in there, but they're all kind of really paying attention to getting the food made and prepped. And you hear, "Hurry up and get that food out there!" "Yes, chef."
And I'm gonna kind of wave for Frag to follow me up, and we're gonna kind of just,
Yeah.
I guess, enter like the area right
Okay.
above the stairs.
As you come
I'm
out of
gonna
the stairs.
Mhm.
Crolla by the ass and say, "Wait, Crolla, we
Frag,
could."
Baldur's Gate, the untold story of the Goblin camp.
We could take one of their uniforms. We could be a chef.
I don't think all of this could fit in that little costume over there. I
We
don't
could,
think
like-
all that. And she points to. Could fit in that either.
Fine. You're right. Okay.
You
Sorry,
can wear a trench coat.
Do I got a trench coat? Trench
And she,
trench chef.
She like motions for you to turn around, and she takes her bag off her back again, and she sets it on your ass, and she unzips, and she takes out a couple pairs of shoes, and then she picks up the watch that's from
Goblin.
the watch again, and she like stuffs it down deeper so you can't hear it yell. Everything's fine. Everything's in the bottom of
for
her
a little
bag.
bit. It's not making any more noise.
And then she pulls out that, like, you see it like it's like Mary Poppins bag, and it's like, and it's like this big long leather trench coat,
Of course, it's bigger on the inside.
and she like flaps it out, and she like drapes it over your shoulders, and she takes the sunglasses out and puts them on your face. You look just as good as is. Maybe even better, but don't tell Is that. They'll be
won't say a
on my
word.
ass for the rest of the night. And with an ass this big, you know what kind of pain it is.
Big pain in the ass. All right. So, where are we going, Crolla?
I know, Frag. Where are we going? I think this is going to be some office, or maybe a display room. Maybe this hallway. I think we should stay out of the main room.
It's probably good. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves or go up to someone like really important and like draw a lot of attention. That'd be bad.
I have an
That'd be
idea. I have a really stupid, but it could be a good idea. You want to hear my thing?
I want to hear your thing.
I'm gonna go up to the sous chef and ask him where the hand is, because I want to see it. Do you think that's a stupid idea?
No, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
I think it's wonderful. And if things go bad, I could
You could give him some milk.
give him. I have the milk. I'll shake it his way.
Give him the D.
My milkshakes brings all the sous chefs to the yard. Crolla,
Okay.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna go behind one of the sous chefs, and I'm just gonna. How tall is he compared to, or how tall are they compared to me?
They're at least the normal, like 5'5", 6 foot tall. You know, there's a couple of elves in here, a couple of humans. They're much taller than you.
Krolla's gonna disguise her voice.
Excuse me, sir. Can you point me to with Lloyd's hand? Is my dad wants to show me?
Oh, and like nearby, as there is this one little sous chef kind of running and bustling and trying to grab different pots and pans and shaking them over the fire and trying to make sure hors d'oeuvres and food is prepped. The brisket is nicely toasted and the clams are fried. The beans are flicked, everything like that. And with an exasperated sigh. You do now. With an exasperated sigh. It's supposed to be in the ballroom. Who let a child in here?
Your mom! And I'm gonna scurry away.
And as they scurry, I'm gonna clap my cheeks, and you're gonna see a little fireball shoot towards the food.
Oh my god! Gordon Ramsay's gonna kill me now. This is not Flavor Town.
Kroll and I gonna go out the door.
Yeah, you just hear slapping.
And you would think it's high-fiving, but no.
It's not.
It's
just
not.
walking.
Really not.
All you hear is a fantasy. You fucking donkey!
What are you? An idiot sandwich. As you guys kind of go out the closest door to you, which opens up into this large ballroom where you are now met with the sights of various partygoers in lavish dresses and tuxedos. There is this dais in the center where there is a band playing. You now too see the tables lined with food and the people walking around with brisket on their titties.
Titties on titties on titties.
Titty brisket. Whoa!
We're eating good tonight.
Yeah, all the lesbians say, "What?"
Oh man. Oh, it hurts.
So you see this wonderful, beautiful picture ahead of you, but as you guys are coming into the room and the partygoers are kind of moving into their groups and dancing and moving about, you catch a glimpse of something gold near the front of this dais where the band is playing, and on a pedestal, actually, the hand is slowly making different poses. It does a little a rar moment. It does a little fuck you moment. It does a little slay. Every so often you see it kind of, making different poses. Like it has a mind of its own. The cute little hearts and shit, little K-pop hearts. Almost like it's got a mind of its own still, and that's how you're able to catch the glimpse of that gold as it's doing these hand movements within a glass box on the top of this pedestal.
Frag, don't look people in the eye.
I'm underdressed.
Nope, don't look people in the eye.
I won't.
Okay,
I won't.
you're like the guy he goes to. It's supposed to be a black tie event, but instead he wears a t-shirt underneath his blazer, and he looks cool doing it. And he also is wearing ripped jeans with flip-flops, but we still all think he looks cool because of his status. You are that man.
I'm a tech goblin.
Say it to yourself. Say it.
Tech goblin.
You're proud? Say it louder.
I'm a tech goblin, and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm a tech goblin, and I'm proud. Now look at Cola.
She's gonna put her hand on his shoulders. I think you're ready. Do you feel it?
No,
Okay.
it was worth a shot.
Okay. It's like a fire. It comes and goes, you know?
Yeah. Maybe it'll hit me later. It's like a delayed effect.
Yeah.
You might be feeling something. You don't know what it is.
I'm
It
pretty
could be-
sure it's a
That's the
flaw.
D.
It's the D. We had milk.
Probably the D. You know.
Should we get get it?
Get it?
Hold up.
Frag!
How are we getting it? I've
Did you
been with you
just-
so long, I've stolen your accent.
I will show you came from Boston. It's I think
I could light on fire.
I think we could get close enough, and if you clap your cheeks at the right frequency, you could crack that glass.
Oh my God, that is. Let's do it. And I'm gonna get onto the ground and start army crawling towards this thing.
Wait.
What?
To give the bones in your ass strength, you better chug the D.
And I'm gonna reach back there and grab the D between my cheeks and pull it out. And I'm going to.
Where did you fall? Oh. It looks like you fell.
And I'm gonna pop it open and pray that it's not chunky.
It's probably cut its cheeks at this point.
Well, I was worried
Oh,
my
the
ass might heat it up.
All the heat coming off that ass.
That fire ass, you know.
And you.
Disaster Master. What is the viscosity of this D? Take a moment if you need it. Don't worry.
I had to roll.
If you need to take a break, we can.
That is some grade A, silky smooth D.
Oh, all right.
And so you chug that down.
Is it warm? Is it warm? Because warm milk is kind of disgusting.
It's warm. It's warm.
It's a
Crawl
little,
up.
it's a little
I
warm.
hate it, crawl.
It's been between your cheeks. And with that, I think we'll take a break before what happens next.
Oh, God.
So you too can go ahead and grab a glass of D and join us on this adventure.
Or an Arizona
Gonna
iced tea.
We are going to be
know.
back in roughly 10 minutes. For those of you here, make sure that you donate channel points to the goal. And tell us what has been your favorite moment down in the comments below. Because I would love to fucking know. Please.
Please let us know.
Okay.
Or in
Let us
chat.
know.
All right.
Let us know. We'll be back
I'm
in
sending
10.
this off. What button do I hit? I'm dazed.
It's that D, I'm sorry. The D called Goblins with a Bad Ass. I'm your disaster master, Heather. Welcome back to the break. We're about to get into it. Outside of the fact that we were having a mini rave, but who knows? That might be like what happens next, you know? But yeah, so before our break, we got to know our fun little goblins with these the fattest of asses. And now we're all kind of sitting in this big giant ballroom where
Balls too.
yeah.
God damn.
I'm hitting everything, please.
Don't hit it. Please don't.
Once you hit, you just can't quit.
Someone clip that, please.
So
You agree, and you never go back.
So true,
Yeah.
bestie.
I'm in pain.
Once you hit it, TM.
So true, bestie.
Guys, this has been the energy the entire night. So I mean, if you're in for fun, silly little goofy laughs and slight debauchery, hi, welcome to Magic Academy.
Slight
This is-
debauchery. That's why you got all the warnings when you first arrived.
Yeah, this isn't how things always are. It's just it's the energy I bring.
It's the first game of the year. We had to make it fun.
That's true.
Exactly. First stream of the year.
This is the energy we want to bring into 2024.
I'm just saying, chaotic goblins of fat asses. That is the vibe. That's my New Year's resolution. There. But if you guys are ready to get back into it, as we are kind of approaching this big climax, if you will,
Ayo?
I can't stop now.
Stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Bramble, get out of my head. Get out of here. Perfect. So we just had two of our fun little
just had some D.
goblins. You just had some D. Crola and Frag had some D in the basement coming in through the back door. And they
Go
entered
on.
the kitchen, set fire to some things, and have now entered the ballroom, seeing the golden hand of King Midas on display. Our other two
Fucking Midas.
goblins is in mud, were almost accosted by this dwarven holy woman, priest, if you will, who told them to go and hide, and they decided to go into a closet and
Confess our
potentially
feelings.
change clothes.
We are currently the two of us.
Or at least you're moving to go
I-
to a closet somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna find a closet, and once we find it, I'm gonna stand on Mud's shoulders. We're gonna position the overcoat just so. I'm gonna do my best to look very like regal fae. Like I'm gonna stop. Like I'm gonna like put a couple of braids in my hair to like kind of look more elven.
Oh, take off your shirt. Show boobs.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
That camera was.
everything has gone
That'll get us.
into
Fuck everything else. That was about a TLS there, Winter. Wow.
all of my assets, all of
Hammer
Iz's
who?
assets are in Iz's ass.
Hot tub stream win.
Maybe
Listen,
you should
I'm not
walk
taking
backwards.
the shirt off for a million years. This is an
Maybe-
amazing shirt.
Maybe you guys should walk backwards.
Legalize
Ass
cat
boobs.
boys.
I'm crying, guys.
So Mud is going to stand on your shoulders.
We're
And
gonna
I'm
get to the
gonna-
closet first.
And I'm gonna, yeah. But I'm explaining as we're walking around trying to find the closet. I'm gonna stand on your shoulders and I'm gonna grab your ears, and Iz is going to grab your ears, and it's gonna be like a ratatouille situation.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Iz is going to use them like little handlebars to kind of steer us around.
Ow.
I'll be Iz will be gentle.
You're not there yet.
We gotta find a closet first.
Whoever would like to do it, roll me a d6. There are, you see,
Can I do
various
it? I want to do it.
around the room, you see the occasional door, but you're not entirely sure whether these lead to another place in this mansion or if
Well-
closets or whatever.
I can go ahead and roll that if you'd
Would you
like.
like to roll it? Yeah, give me a roll on a d6.
You know what? Not that one. This one. You. That's a 2.
as you guys are walking through this ballroom, listening to the music, you guys are kind of vibing a little bit. You are crossing kind of sort of to the other side of this ballroom, and you catch sight of the dais with the musicians on it, and you see that glint of the hand as it's moving into different poses within this box. But you head to this door and you go to open it up, and it is a closet.
Nice. All right.
Frag.
Okay.
I just Disaster Master.
Yes.
I just want to let you know that has inspiration. However you want to handle that in this instance.
Wonderful.
And this assery.
Aspirations. We'll consider them aspirations.
Aspirations.
It's aspirations.
Thank you, Disaster Master. Back off. Your turn.
Okay.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me just.
Okay. So as we go into this closet, Mud, do you understand the plan? Iz will handle all of the talking.
Okay.
And if shit goes down, Iz is gonna need you to kick ass.
I can kick flat ass.
Kick flat ass and kick big titty.
Oh, wait! I have. If we have to run,
And she pulls out this jar
That's a
of like
t-shirt.
silver balls, and she's like,
I can throw this, and they all go. Ah!
You got it.
Okay.
Here you go.
But okay. All right, and I'm gonna stand on Mud's shoulders. We're gonna do the trench coat. Grab my ankles to make sure I don't fall. Yeah, so you hold my ankles, and then I'm gonna like use your ears to kind of steer.
Okay.
Or like maybe like I mean it's a Ratatouille situation.
yes.
Holding on the ears. Okay, left, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go, and now that I've done my hair a little bit, I've like freshened up, and I've got like my sunglasses artfully placed so that it looks like I just came in from the summer court. And we're gonna go back out there and pretend to be an Eladrin, and we're gonna not talk to Rick. I now want to find the person with the flattest chest and the biggest ass.
Ooh. As you guys come out of this closet, good for you.
About time.
Yay! Congrats to us.
This closet cannot hold is simply is.
As you guys come out of this closet, adorned as this really taller, almost like, I would say I'd give you you're about 5'8" now. A very green looking Eladrin, I guess.
Spring Eladrin.
You walk out, and as you do, Frag and Krola, you see this slightly odd, a little, doesn't look like they fit in group, like person with, green-esque skin, kind of walking out from one of the doors. And if you really look, you can tell that it is. You guys can tell it is.
He looks good in that outfit.
They look better. Are they tall?
I mean, not tallness doesn't look good on everyone. But for his, it's becoming on them.
They look like their ass is a little bit more plump. Plumper.
Does it look like they have
Asses?
boobs on their back?
I thought the same thing. I thought it was a double chin, double ass. I've heard of legends of those.
I mean, maybe she drank all the milk. They drank all the milk, and then they leveled up into some back boobed. Back-boobed beast.
The beast with 2 boobs? What?
You should have taken more milk.
I guess maybe that's. I mean, that's second it. We could do that.
On the way out?
On the way out. It's be like giving them the middle finger by stealing all their milk.
I like the way you think, Rolla.
As you're saying this, Krola, to Frag, you hear very muffled in your back. That very muffled chime sound, but you're hearing, everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Is everything fine or not?
Is fine. And you're nearing kind of this midway point on the chaos clock that you might want to get your shit together and start really picking up the pace to taking this.
Hence why Iz and Mud are finding the person here besides the 4 of us who have the juiciest badonkadonk.
And
you do realize you entered this fucking room with Frag, Army crawling on the ground, and Krola halfway out of a door.
Yeah, and we're investigating.
And you're 2 stacked hide with back boobs.
You're 8 years old, maybe.
Listen,
Fucked.
I don't think I would like to dispute the back boobs because I only have a thick stack of pancakes.
yeah,
I think we just have a very low ass.
Yeah, and mine's like a juggernaut. There's an
We just
ass
have
it's
a
taking
very
a little bit
low
lower.
ass.
It's a very low ass, kind of concerning, you know. There might be a little bit of like a hump on the back, but
I hump.
that could just be seen as like
My
maybe I don't know.
lovely goblin lumps.
Yeah, that might
Check
just
it out.
I don't know. You might want to
I
check it out.
have been.
People might
We're
think
just
that's-
we're an unseelie eladrin. They're a little lumpier.
it might be a tumor. And speaking of tumors, down you hear
Did
the
it-
music change.
The D didn't help me, did it?
We'll see.
Oh, fuck.
Let me
As you
find my
guys
juicy
are
ass.
all kind of scrambling about inside, and this chaos clock is seeming a little bit more alarmed in going off. The music changes a little bit, and it's a little bit more of like a slower kind of sound, a little bit more powerful. And as this changes, you see everyone in the party kind of turn to look towards the second level kind of balcony that is above the main entrance of the front door, and there are stairs that kind of go down, and you see this very tall male figure come into view, and it is the mayor.
Garrett.
Does he have boobs or an ass?
What you see in front of you is a very, very strong masculine man.
He's not
And
that
the
good
way-
looking then.
The way his shirt is open in just a way that you see these pecs of almost Terminator proportion, just so strong. He's giving off like Gaston vibes. You know, if anyone watches Beauty and the Beast, it's kind of sort of what he looks like. But like huge ass fucking pecs. The male mommy milkers, if you will. They're
Daddy
pillows. Yes. I hate it. And he walks down these stairs with a purpose. It's great that you all have joined us today as I show off my greatest achievement, the Hand of King Midas. And he extends a hand down towards this pedestal, and the crowd slightly parts, and there's gasps of oohs and ahs and clapping, cute little golf claps. For anyone that knows, I have procured this in a wonderful trade with our neighboring kingdom. They wanted more of our exports of our grade A organic D milk that we're known for. And he kind of like his pec, he like does that like pec move thing, like he flexes his pecs.
I'm gonna elbow Frag Is that where the milk comes from? And she's gonna start wiping her tongue. Goblins eat a lot of dirty things,
Hope
but
not.
this was
That's-
not on my.
That's gross. I hate it here. Is this Mooland? Where is this? I hate it.
Frag, I'm gonna throw up.
Just aim it away from my ass.
Automatically went there. Okay.
He touched his chest while talking about milk. Where else is my mind supposed to go? Grade A milk.
There is no way that an NPC could ever go grade A milk and us not get that idea. All right.
They flexed.
At this point, I'm seeing this man with the vest, these nice big old one, like just like big nips, and he's just like caressing them. All right.
Why are
You
you
can't aim the pepperonis and not expect me.
I said nothing of the sort.
You made the motion. You're like,
You put this in my head.
There are two types of people. People who can extrapolate from incomplete information and
Randall.
I have a good imagination. Thank you.
And he walks down these stairs. If, as you all know, I am moving to my next term as mayor, and I figured I would treat the humble people of Milkmorn to the first uses of the Midas touch, if you will, for donations towards my
what?
campaign.
Oh,
What was that, Frank?
nothing. Nothing, Disaster Master. Keep going.
And he
Like the story. It's real good.
I can't wait for him to shut up.
I know.
This man likes to talk about himself a little too much. I bet his ego can fit in your ass too, Frag.
Shut up. I'm in the story. All right, Quola. Go on, Disaster Master.
so he makes it to the bottom of the stairs, and there is a line of people who are walking forward with their pocketbooks open, ready to give money for the chance to utilize this hand to turn things gold. What that may be, who knows? We'll only find out. And you notice as this is happening, that case on there, it has to be kind of picked up in a certain way for him to pull it out to use for people. But you'd have to get closer to kind of discern a little bit more about it. So what's the plan as we're army crawling and
Did he
voguing
say
it?
his name?
No.
so Iz and Mud, because Mud's along for wherever Iz is steering at this point, because Mud can't see through cloth.
Mud's just there for a good time.
And Iz is going to steer Mud casually. They're going very casual stroll, just being very casual about it. Gonna walk a little closer, try and get a better look, walk past it as they're sort of making their way around the room, observing the people, trying to get a good look at this thing.
And as you're doing that, you hear from the people who are kind of lined up and from the outside, kind of surrounding what's happening, you hear hushed murmurs of, "Oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing that I've ever seen. Mayor Tick Biddies is the greatest, most
One more
generous."
time for the people in the back.
Rewind.
Sorry.
Mayor Titbitties?
Tig bitties. Tig bitties.
Bitties.
That's not what I heard.
Tiggle bitties.
Okay.
Continue, please.
Sorry, Disaster Master. Continue.
Oh,
I was writing notes.
do you hear that, Mud? Jig bitties.
Big
Mayor
titties. Got it.
Good job. Good job, Mud.
Mayor Tigbitties, Mayor of Milkmorn.
I'd like to go to these people who are having this conversation and be like, you know, I am new in town, and I was just, could you tell me more about this Mayor Tigbitties? I would like to know more.
Oh, well, he's been the mayor for a little bit. He came to... I cannot see any of this.
Cannot see that, my dear.
Does it say help?
Let me ask my question.
No, my prison is now in my silly little world. I'm the captain now. I now own Magic Academy.
Tell me more about Tigbitties.
Yes, I will tell you more about Tigbitties. It would be my absolute pleasure. Well, yes, Mayor Tigbitties kind of came to town and created this thriving dairy farm and rose to power through the supply of creation and export of our greatest resource here, which is organic whole D milk.
Oh, okay. And what does the milk do? What makes this particular milk so special?
We're not entirely sure, but it tastes delicious.
Oh, so it's just really yummy.
Really good, and it fortifies the bones.
Is that why everybody has,
whole milk does contain a little bit more of the fats, thus creating a wonderful rack.
Could that fat possibly be redistributed to other zones of the body?
Redistributed? Who would want to move fat from the glorious chest above to somewhere else? Where else would it go?
The back rack.
I mean, booty wrecking everywhere.
Oh, the ass? And she kind of scoffs a little bit. No one dared.
It is a hypothetical,
I don't know anyone who would think to be so choosing of an ass. The chest is where it's at.
More of an ass, man, Cruella.
So, okay, cool. Titties.
I see that. And she pats him on the tush.
You
cool.
see
How long has this milk thing been going on?
Meat pie picks out.
I would say probably the last couple of years. Hence we're coming back up on the re-election and with how much the mayor's done for the whole town of Milkmorn.
Who's the mayor's main competitor?
Surprisingly, it doesn't seem anyone has tried to challenge him this year.
Uncontested. Wow. Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And this hand thing. What do you how did he get the hand? Do you know?
Oh, it was a trade deal. It's instead of having to always send gold, King Midas chopped off his hand and said here for continued trade. It made things a little bit easier.
Interesting.
Chopping off one's hand is easier than passing along gold.
passing along interesting deal to pass along the source of your gold. Can he like use his other hand to make gold?
We haven't necessarily looked into that. That's kind of like, we don't really care about that.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
Frag.
Cool.
getting
Thank
angsty.
Where
Thank
are
you
guys at?
for
Are you
the
still crawling
assistance.
I was never
Oh,
crawling.
you're mostly
Oh, I'm still crawling.
okay. You're crawling towards the dais.
Towards the hand, that's where it's at, right? On the dais.
Well,
Yes.
it's on a pedestal in front of the dais
On
where
a
the mayor is
yeah.
currently
Yes.
at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any crackling energy on the dais?
Nope. But as you're doing that, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll me roll me a d6.
Just one.
Just one.
How does a 4 sound?
Sounds terrible. Because
Clap my
as you're-
cheeks.
as you're crawling and as Krolla's following behind you, and while people are still kind of staring at the mayor, Tig Biddies, bestowing gifts of
Muddis.
gold,
Ismud?
the music seems to have
What's your
kind of
band?
stopped only by one particular person in the band. The music is still playing, but you notice that there is kind of one who's slowly started to kind of walk off this dais looking straight at you. And as they're walking forward towards you, they point and they go, "What did one butt cheek say to the other?"
Is that me?
Yeah. Or Krolla, whoever. They're pointing in your general direction.
Why don't you turn the other cheek?
No. Together we'll stop this shit. And they do a large clap clap. And you see one of at least our good friends, Iz and Mud, is more than anything, start seeing our lovely green-haired priestess start walking forward. And then almost out of nowhere, behind Frag and Krolla, another person appears. And you notice that this music player and this other person who showed up both also resemble dwarves. Frag.
Clap my cheeks. I throw a fireball at it. I turn to Krolla and I look at Ismud and I go, grab it. And I just start clapping my cheeks as fast as you'll let me to throw fireballs. I'm gonna look disappointed because I did want to break the glass with my frequency clapping, but
Go ahead and roll me. Ooh. We're gonna roll ass.
I always roll less whenever I throw fire.
Yep, yours is well, I mean, also due to this, ass roll.
Fair.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 5 with that one. So we'll start off with 1. You're gonna aim this ass ball towards this musician that was coming towards you. So
yeah.
Okay. Let me, if you get any 1s and 6, if you get a 1 and a 6, cancel them out as normal. And then let me know kind of what you have, or at least what your rolls are in general.
2, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you go to clap your cheeks towards this bard that has pointed you out and has alerted the other dwarves, they kind of move past as the fireball goes past them. I beat you by 1
Yes.
on my rolls. We literally rolled the same things, and I was higher than you. Moves past, and it's not going to be that easy. Come on, give us a show. Is what they say out to you.
Corolla is gonna take a match out of her pocket, and she's like, I guess drinking the milk was a good idea. And she takes the match and she strikes it on her shoe, and she rips a big old fart and puts the match behind her.
Oh my god, I'm shooketh.
Okay.
I'm shooketh. Okay. I'll get you in a hot second. Go ahead and roll ass for me.
Okay. A 6, 4, 3, and a 3.
As you do this, the crowd scatters as you light up. You catch like this Molotov fart cocktail that has just happened. And you kind of use it almost like a flamethrower. Like Corolla like kind of spreads the crowd. Various party goers are like, ah! And they're trying to move away. Like they're covering their chests. Like that's really like that's the most important thing. Like the pecs and the breasts they're running away. You kind of catch a few of their outfits, singe it a little bit. But the smell.
I smell chicken.
The smell is what gets everyone as they kind of dissipate, kind of clearing this open pathway towards the dais. It is.
I would really, as everything kicks off and these bursts of flame begin happening, I am going to throw open the overcoat, step off of Mud's shoulders, and pull out an actual instrument. I pull out a guitar, and
you don't even have that big of an ass. Where the fuck was that?
It was underneath the second stack of pancakes. You only looked at the first stack.
Yeah. They pull out a guitar and they start playing Nasty by Brooke Candy, and they start right at the don't kiss that hoe, he nasty. And just so as to like distract some people, bolster their allies, kind of just cause a ruckus, just make things more chaotic, just Nasty by Brooke Candy. If he slide in your DMs like a snake in the grass, if he roar like a lion, he gon' tiger your ass. So if you see him creeping, baby, watch your back, because if it walk like a duck, then that bitch gon' quack.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, go ahead and roll me ass on that. What is Mud doing now that you've been exposed to the light?
Corolla, you stink.
Mud is going to book it to the dais to try and get to the hand.
Okay. Did we roll number wise?
So I was wondering if I could use my aspiration that was gifted to me to roll an extra die. Is that how that would work?
Typically, inspiration is a reroll.
Yeah.
I will allow you a re-roll of all your dice, and I would write down what you have here, what you currently have in your dice.
And we'll take whatever's better.
And you can take whatever is better in terms of what numbers are aligned out.
I'm going to switch out 2 of these dice that have been rude to me. I've gotten a 1 every single time I've rolled, and I'd really like to not do that this time.
Okay.
Oh, baby! So the first time I rolled,
Okay.
For the first time I rolled, I got a 1, a 2, and a 4. This time, 6, 6, 2.
Ooh, that is 2 6s. Now, normally, with your class, you typically can't, what is it? You can't,
distract the same group of people. But there
But-
are other people here who were not present, who were not part of that first performance roll.
True,
Because that
there are
was-
still some that are, but
That
because
was a
of
small group of people.
but well, they're still here at the party. But because of the roles that you did, was really good. So you really, I don't know what it is. This magical guitar performance, this guitar coming out of who knows where. You essentially flashing them in a weird way, but it was just another person. The dissipation of the fart fire, the smell. It could have been a majority of things. You are able to really just like distract people away from the absolute chaos that is happening currently with the rest of these people over here. And then Mud, you said you were running towards.
Yeah,
The
I want to
dice.
go for the Midas's hand.
Okay, so you start booking it towards this dais.
For a moment, it did mess with me, and I was like, "Why are they grabbing Evelyn's hand?" So, good job. You did fool me at least once. If I finally had that one, did get me.
Yay!
I told you I was bringing in Odyssey, even though this isn't an Odyssey night. I told you I'd do it. So you start booking it towards this dais, and you've got some really good momentum. Your ass is almost propelling you forward with how dummy thick it is.
Hell yeah!
And you go, and as you get close, you're getting ready to like try to like reach up and get it. In front of you stands the mayor, and he looks down. He goes, "Why do you think you can take this from me?"
No, I come for you!
And she's gonna jump and like try and like wah! And just like snatch onto them and just start biting their chest.
Wild. All right.
I mean, I was thinking that
Are you going for the
earlier,
nip?
but like in a different way.
That's one way to get the milk.
I mean, that's definitely not where I was going. I think my mind was where Britt was at. I was like, me and Britt were like, okay, sure.
One's for pleasure, one's for pain.
Like, sure, go there.
I mean, I've already like bounced my boobs on this stream, guys. Are you really surprised? I'm gonna tell my partners heard that, and I'm gonna get questioned about that later.
Someone's gonna go, what?
My
What
partner
Just wait till it
happens?
hits TikTok. No, I'm just kidding.
What happens during the TTRPG stays in the
So I'm
TTRPG.
gonna have you roll for ass while I will roll for titties.
Yeah, okay. My ass size is 5. Oh, I got a 6, a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 2.
Hold on, I gotta roll because I have a whole handful. Sorry.
Oh fuck.
He's a big boss. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm not a fan of these rolls, but okie dokie. So you said you got a
6, a 4, and 4, and 2.
6.
3 4s
4.
and a 2.
Oh, 6, 4, 4, 4, 2.
Yes. For
Because they got the
4.
juggernaut.
Oh, yeah.
6.
But the juggernaut.
That booty.
Listen, I can't tell you. I don't how badly I want to fit in Rents Under the Moon lyrics somewhere in here.
As you go forward and you latch onto this man's chest, doing
That was unsettling. Ass cheeks just like this.
Yeah,
See
you
myself
see-
out.
it's almost like the onlookers. Your friends here look like they're like, why does it look like Mud is now motorboating this man?
The gems on your ass that say Mud catch the fucking torch light and just go.
Yes.
It's almost like they do project now this almost like disco light kind of movement. So between the guitar playing of the music, the lantern light hitting the mud bejeweled on your ass as you're motorboating essentially the mayor Tig Biddies. Words you didn't know you would hear on Magic Academy said all in the same sentence. There's a moment that the hand of Midas is currently unguarded, leaving Krola and Frag to
Which
possibly
Krola has
go
a
and
special
retrieve it.
ability where she can roll ass and instantly steal any loose object not held or worn in anyone's hand.
As you're doing this, you do hear again, a little bit more panicked with a chime. Everything is fine. And then I say,
Get that fucking watch under control.
because you guys don't know this, I'm gonna have you do a rollie against me, Krola,
Okay.
to see if you know what is holding this hand in this box before you go and grab it. So, you're gonna have a base of 1. You
Okay.
roll a 1d6 first. You get a
Okay.
second d6 because you are a thief.
Okay.
I will give you a third d6 because you have that ability.
Okay.
Actually, I'm
Can
gonna
I-
give you 2. I'm gonna actually give you 2 on top of your ass roll. So roll your ass, add 2 additional dice. To
Okay.
that.
So 6 altogether. Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Give me 6.
I hope one day that I create a TTRPG system and instead of romance rolls, it's just ass rolls.
Would you believe me if I said I rolled 4 6 and 2 2s?
Yeah, of course I'll believe you.
You doubled my roll.
Take a picture. Take a picture of that
You
shit.
doubled my roll.
Damn.
right
In
now.
the moment you need it
Shut
most. In the moment
I
you need it most.
Fucking legendary.
In the moment you need it most. Because as you're going and going, haha, I have sticky fingers. I was made for this. This moment alone. You think back to a conversation that you might not have been paying attention as Goblin was discussing it in the tunnel. But he mentioned something that the container that holds Midas's hand, unfortunately,
So weaved by the fates.
who knows? Maybe
Not immediately
that it's
effective.
being held by a case that explodes if it feels the touch of a goblin for more than 5 seconds. So
Wrap it in the
I mean,
overcoat.
I've never felt the loving touch of a goblin for more than 5 seconds.
you about to play some hot potato.
I last longer than that.
Wrap it in the overcoat.
So
Okay.
you
Yeet it
remember
off towards
back
you.
this information, and what would you like to do moving forward? Now that if you touch it, it might explode. If you're touching it for more than 5 seconds.
So I have a skill that's called pulling a fast one.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna take one for the team.
We can play hot potato, bounce it back and forth.
Is it the whole hand, or is it the case?
It's the case.
Okay, that's fine.
But the hand is in the case.
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna grab Frey by the shoulders. Drink all the milk you can, my friend. And I'm going to punch as hard as I can the case.
Well, no.
This took a turn. And once again, roll the 6d6 for me.
Oh my god.
Okay. A
Totally could have done a
6,
fucking crawling.
a 6,
What's he gonna
a
do?
4,
He's gonna
6, a 4, 2 3s, and 2 2s.
Okay.
Can't.
Crawler, no. Okay, what was that again?
A 6, a 4, 2 3s, and 2 2s.
Alrighty. So. You thankfully didn't roll any ones, so that's a plus. As you go to punch this case, and your hand impacts it, maybe for a millisecond, it punches the case off the hand, kind of bouncing around as it flies off with the hand inside of it, still doing its fun little hand movements as it's bouncing within this case. And it kind of clatters to the ground. There wasn't enough goblin skin to case in that like moment. I would say about like maybe 3 seconds worth that it didn't explode. So it is just now toppled off and it's skittering across the ballroom floor.
Watch going off.
This case must have drank all the milk in the land.
So
You want me to try and smash it with my guitar?
you might want to keep doing what you're doing.
Don't kiss that hoe, he nasty. Almost put one past me.
I'm
Got my
gonna go ahead and
Nasty.
So it's still in the case.
uh-huh.
The case
Okay.
didn't smash.
No,
I'm gonna
The case
pull out a
doesn't
knife
smash.
from underneath my butt, and from the other cheek I'm gonna pull up my other knife, which is indicated as parentheses bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. Rolla, we could have used these.
Frag, the only thing to do is jump over the moon.
Okay, hey diddle diddle.
You're a strong IT goblin. You're a strong IT goblin, and I'm gonna run in charge and jump. I'm gonna like jump on the top of like back of Krolla and like use them to like bounce off their ass
Okay, as a
and
springboard.
just
got
like
it.
take both knives and just slam it straight down into the case. And as I do, I'm gonna go over the moon.
His canteen sprung a leak, and he was thirsty.
Roll me 4d6.
Okay. I'm definitely playing like a wizard would. I know.
Yes, what a wizarding move.
So wizard.
Wizard.
No,
So wizard.
forget casting a spell about it.
Only no
did.
fireballs.
I'm a wizard of the fist.
654-2.
As you slam down the knife, and the knife but bigger, they hit into this case, causing cracks. You would have to, it's enough for you to pull it apart with the damage that you did onto this case.
Well, we gotta double fist it. Gotta pull it apart.
Spreading those cheeks.
Gotta spread eagle.
Rag, are you
Crawl out.
asking me to do what I think you're asking me to do?
Number 69. No, it's a lot. Roll up, but we gotta.
I thought I was gonna die back there. So, I guess whatever happens now.
Run it together.
Yeah. The only thing to do is jump over the moon. The Cyberland.
Move with me.
She grabs his hand.
This tender moment is happening while Brooke Candy is playing in the background.
Together.
Yeah.
Don't kiss that hugging nasty. Almost go on past me. Got my hunger last me.
Moo.
Nasty, nasty.
Moo.
And I'm assuming we're gonna try to split this crate open as fast as possible.
Yeah, go ahead and split that crate for me.
What do I roll, Disaster Master? What do I roll to split open this crate while mooing?
Roll 46 again.
Do you want us both to do it?
Actually, I'm gonna have you split it between the two of you. Roll 2 for Frag. Crawler, roll 2 yourself.
I hate this so much. This is just
5 and a 3.
4 and a 2. Don't know ones.
Wow, you guys got them all except the crits.
You guys like kind of struggle a little bit. Maybe it's the mooing that caught you guys off guard a little bit. Maybe that milk is like kind of jurgling in your stomach a little bit.
Oh, it is
You know,
jurgling.
but-
It's
but-
jurgling.
I hear it
But, you know,
sloshing.
But only only the best of baddies have dummy issues. So you guys have that to go with. And you guys working together in tandem. There's this rhythm happening between this moment of 69 that you guys managed to spread the case and break it. And you hear this crack as the case surrounding Midas's hand is shattered.
Thank you for that visual.
Her hand's just like waving.
Just like this.
It landed like this.
It's just
thumbs down.
it's somehow it has no wrist or arm, but it's
But
still
it went like
somehow
this.
doing a thumbs down.
And you see that there is this hand, this golden hand, laying in the ground in a weird thumbs down position.
I would like to take my backpack off and like put it without touching it. Just
You gonna
put it
scoop
in, like scoop it with my bag,
You gonna
zip
scoop
it,
Okay.
and start. Let's go!
Grab it and run. That was the instructions, right?
Leave the milk behind.
Leave the milk in mud. Leave the milk.
So Krola, you're making a mad dash. Are you heading towards the front door, the back door?
Always the back door.
Perfect. As you turn and spin behind the dais, you see the back door entry open wide, ready for your exit. And you make the mad dash with Frag behind you. Mud and Iz, as you're playing this wonderful song, but you do see now in all of the commotion that's been happening that your two compatriots are running for this open back door.
Run!
Mud's face is still buried deep in Mayor Tigbitty's chest. It's an interesting moment as the onlookers are not sure whether to look away or to help.
If anyone does animations, this would be an amazing. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. Is going to run while playing the guitar, run up on the dais, and then swing the guitar and try to smack the mayor in the head so that Mud can run away, and then like return to like the playing and just get real sick nasty with it.
I'm gonna not have you roll for ass for this one because you are already performing and you kind of essentially you got most of everybody else enthralled. But I will have you roll 4d6. Let me see how this goes.
Okay, that is a 6, a 5, and 2 2s.
You go to crack your guitar across the back of his head, and as you do so, it hits, but your guitar snaps.
All Iz wants to do is fall to their knees and weep, but instead is going to stand up, pull the rock from their pocket, hit play, and go in and go into and is going to point at the dude and start singing "Dinosaur" by Kesha. Try and get the crowd against them. Dinosa, you are a dinosaur.
Okay.
Trying to like turn the crowd, because throughout this, people have been enjoying my performances. You, the DM, have said as much. So
the people have. They have enjoyed the performances. And they're enjoying it. But if anything, there's more murmurs going, why haven't anyone else kind of gone up for this mayorship? I have a rather large chest. And there's been maybe some seeds of discord, woven throughout the people. But Mud is still, as you've yelled, Mud, let's go. Mud's still deep buried in them big old Tigbitties.
Mud is thoroughly enjoying this, but her brain snaps out of it, and she's like, what am I doing? I'm lost in the sauce. And she lets go, and she drops. And she starts running after Iz, and just before she enters the door, she's gonna turn around and pull out her jar of ball bearings and twist open the cap and scatter them all over the floor.
These ball bearings go kind of everywhere.
And she says, "Enjoy my balls, you big titty fuckers!" And then she turns around and runs.
I'm sorry, what?
Double D's nuts!
Well. And as these balls of various sizes and just go scattering across the ground, you all make your exit through the back door, running slow motion style. And as you guys get out the door, it's almost like you guys look back at the chaos inside. There is a hand in your bag, Krola, that you're heading out to take back to Queen Derriere. And as you guys are kind of leaving, you guys almost have this really cute little like moment where you guys jump up and you give each other each like ass high fives. And you make your way back to this lower kind of like underground entrance where Goblin is still waiting.
You're back. Do you have the goods?
Mud's gonna go up, grab Goblin, and be like, just turn around and fucking run!
It's like, and he starts running, and you guys all start heading back down through this back entrance tunnel. Again, so many back entrances. And you make your way back to the castle, emphasis on the ass, and see Queen Derriere on her throne.
Oh, it looks like you guys have all arrived back. Have you brought the goods?
And everyone does this movement as they point to you, Krola.
One does the dab towards Kroll.
Krola. Everyone dabs
Krola's gonna
towards
cross her
Krola.
arms.
I assume they dabbed your way for a reason.
Yeah.
No.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at the point where my accent has left.
Yeah.
It's pretending I was Little John.
Yeah.
Before I give it to you, I would like something of mine, 10 to gold.
Okay.
You okay with that?
I mean, what do you want to turn into gold?
My ass.
You do know that is a tricky procedure. There is no guarantee that we may be able to stop the goldening process. You could turn gold yourself. Is that a risk you're willing to take?
I mean, I put my life on the line tonight for this hand.
So, you would like to take that risk?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Okay.
And she claps.
Goblin!
Oh, no. If he's going to be the one to do it, I don't want it.
No, he has to get it and bring it to me. I mean, is there someone else you'd like to touch your ass with the golden hand?
And she turns to Frag. There's only one person I want to touch my ass.
With a
Hola.
Frag.
Mud, this is a beautiful moment we're witnessing. True,
I can't wait to turn your ass to gold.
true love. Mud, that's what this is.
marriage! Marriage is what brings us here today.
Yes, Mud. You know, I really think these two are gonna make it. Is really thinks these two are gonna make it.
It's so beautiful.
Please, sir, could you give me a little moo?
Boo.
Is does not understand their love language, but you know, Mud, this really is a beautiful moment.
Moo. And she turns and she presents her.
I'm gonna reach into their bag and pull out the hand and slot it. I'm assuming somehow. I don't know how
I'm
this
gonna
glove
allow
works.
Hand.
I'm gonna allow that. That's fantastic. Go ahead, continue. Slot it.
It's
Like
a
a
severed
glove.
hand. Are you
Like a
putting it on
glove.
like a glove?
Apparently so. I'm going
You
with
might.
this.
I don't know how big it is. And I'm just gonna gently lean down. I'm gonna go, no, this isn't right. I'm go.
And as Frag slaps Krola's ass with this golden hand, you start seeing this loud like sound, almost like echoes through this large throne room. And you see the gold start to kind of travel on this like handprint and spread outwards as it starts to goldenify Krola's ass. Not Krola, because we do not want to possibly have you, I don't know, become gold yourself. We're going to do a roll.
Okay.
And it's an ass roll because this is very risky and dangerous.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for ass.
Roll that ass.
2 4s, a 5, and a 6.
And it's almost like Frag knows the right time to remove the hand from your ass and enough that the goldening process stops. Yes, there is a nice suction cup sound that pops off. And he removes the hand in just enough time that you only have your large ass cheeks plated in gold.
Look at me! I'm beautiful!
You're amazing. Anyone else want it? I could stop. Iz, you did great. Iz, you want a golden ass?
No, Iz does not desire an ass of gold. Not yet. Iz has aspirations.
With
Arizona.
Arizona.
You want a golden ass? I can slap your ass. 2, be beautiful like Krola.
I will make sure to pretend that I did not hear it, so that I do not behead you or de-ass you. That's what we do around here. We de-ass.
Not a flat ass.
Goblin, go ahead and bring the golden hand back to me.
Quidare, can
Yes?
you tell me more about the big-breasted individuals that we were up against tonight?
They were ugly.
Do you know who Tig Old Biddy is?
Ah, I've heard rumors of the Tig Biddies.
He's the one who brought the milk to the people.
Do you know
Close
where
your
the
eyes.
milk comes from?
I drank it.
Oh, goodness me.
It's grade A.
I've heard the
Organic.
rumors. I've heard the rumors of Tig Biddy and his milk empire. And unfortunately, from what I hear after your work up on the above ground is that it seems we have started the great debate wars of what is better, the ass or the titties.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Thanks.
I don't know. I think
Why
it's
not
ass.
both? Why not both?
And thus,
Kola, that is such
As-
a controversial opinion.
as you all discuss where the milk comes from
No.
and is ass or titties better, you set in motion the biggest debate that plagues our lands to this day. Are they an ass person or are they a titty person? It all started here. And with that, thank you for joining us for Goblins with a Fat Ass.
Well done, Heather.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, lordy.
As I was writing this up, I was like, oh yeah, what should I have everybody up there that you're going to deal with? I was like, oh my God, what if I gave them like everybody like big titties? And I went, oh, the great debate.
Yes.
But in secret, another was forged. The thighs.
Ooh.
in darkness.
Is that a part two?
The
I'm down
thighs
for
are like
thighs.
an offshoot of the ass believers, like a subsection.
There's a subsect that has now branched off in secret. They've been secretly plotting. They've got these ginormous thighs that can crush melons between them.
Thick thighs save lives.
Exactly. That is the mantra of the secret sect that has been created.
Paladin, oath of the thigh, and their oath is thick thighs save lives.
Touch hands, more like touch thighs. So yeah, hi. Thank you all for joining us for Magic Academy, the very first stream of the year. Chaos. I hope this is with how much laughter that we brought today with this. You guys, shit, Randall giving me the reins for the first fucking stream of the year. But thank you, Winter, Randall, Evelyn, and Britt, for joining me on this silly little goofy game. I had a lot of fun. If anybody wants this, we will put it up in the Discord. You'll just get the bare bones. You have to write your story yourself. You have to do it yourself.
Heather, thank you for running this, and thank you to our patrons, Nalani B, Rebecca M, and Michael M, for being patrons and all that stuff. And if you want to join those names, check out our Patreon.
And we will, obviously, most of the people here are listed. If you want to go follow them, especially like Winter, Randall, Evelyn, me, we're down in the About section if you want to know more about us. Brett, where can we find you and what are you up to?
You can find me I stream over on Oh Shine Bright. I'm a variety streamer. And you can find me and the rest of my Chaos Club over on anywhere podcasts are found under Let's Get Rolling.
Which they're fabulous. They're hilarious. Like, seriously, go follow, go check them out. Please do it, or I will come at you with the golden hand.
The golden ass.
The golden ass will be clapped your way. Watch out, Kroll is coming for you. Perfect. Well, with that, Randall, unless you have any, who are we rating out to? Because I assume we're gonna rate out.
I'm a sentimental man. So we're gonna start off by heading over to Knights of Silver Moon.
Ooh, hey, Ron.
Because they're one of the first people who really showed us they found us when we were really small, and we've kind of always hung around them. So it feels good to start off the year with great friends like Britt, who's been around from the beginning as well, and head over to Knights of Silver Moon because friendship is key. And as we head into 2024 and we continue to showcase queer voices, knowing that you are valid, you are heard, you are enough is important. So we're going to hop over there. I do want to give a quick shout out to Onmi, who did snag VIP. We still have quite a bit of VIP spots. That does give you access to a little bit, some of our other commands, and it allows you to show off your pride by being here. So congrats on that.
Perfect. Grab those raid emotes before we head out. And before we head out, remember to be kind, to love one another, and maybe clap some goblin cheeks before we head out.